Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here today because we are going into the season finale of season 5 of Game of Thrones. And I know it is going to be really good because the last few episodes of this season have been so stellar. I mean, if there was ever a question on where Stannis' moral compass was landing, we found that out in the last episode. And then with Dany, I found it incredibly cool to see where we're going with the dragons. Even though her situation is still a mess, Cersei's storyline is the only highlight of the entire season so far. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that the feeling of doom and gloom is so high because of this impending threat of the White Walkers. Before we get started, if you guys want to help me out by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notification bell, and if you want the full link to watch along, the link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's get right into this episode. So excited, but like I say, always so terrified because there's just like no place we won't go in this world of Game of Thrones. There's no line that we will not cross. It's really not, like, think about it. We've covered it all. I'm not even gonna name it because it won't be able to be posted, but we've covered it all. Also, I'm gonna get emotional. This series has came into my life at such a time where I needed it to get lost in this world and focus on other things. So I cannot tell you how much it means to me. I know it's just a show, but this show will forever mean more to me than just the storyline and the acting. It's also what it gave me when I needed it, you know? So it's special. We're in a finale and I'm just oh. Oh, I hate you though. I hate you. Let's start there. Evil witch.
The Lord of Light has made good on his promise, my king. The way ahead is clear.
We ride for Winterfell.
You have no soul, Stannis Baratheon.
The Lord has shown me Bolton banners burning. You will receive what is yours by right.
But she said the Lord of Light has provided already by melting the snow. But dang, there's just no feeling there with her.
Prepare to form up. Your Grace.
Tell me.
The men. Many deserted before dawn.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Nearly half. All the sailed swords with all the horses.
Lost half his army and horses. Because who would fight for a man like that?
Your Grace.
Speak up. Can't be worse than mutiny.
Oh no. Oh. Can we talk about the fact that this woman has been mentally struggling for a long time and that pushed her over the edge?
Down.
Stannis, at what cost is this? Is this worth it?
Just seen riding out of camp.
He's lost everything in pursuit of the Iron Throne. He's lost his... We've watched him lose his soul.
Get the men to march in formation onto Winterfell.
There was one point where I would have been Stannis could sit on the throne. I could see him being an okay king. I mean, kind of brutal, but no. He's lost it.
Tens of thousands of them, the biggest army in the world.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hope they don't learn how to climb the wall. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, unless we had a mountain of it.
You killed a White Walker
With Longclaw.
is Valyrian steel. How many Valyrian steel swords are left in this?
Not enough.
That's why he was able to shatter this Valyrian sword.
How's it feel to be friends with the most hated man in Castle Black?
You were friends with me when I first came here, and I wasn't winning any elections back then.
No. Remember when he first got there?
Long may they stay. What?
Wanted to ask you something, to ask something of you. Send me, Gilly, and the baby to Oldtown so I can become a maester.
Oh, he would be an amazing maester.
If you leave, who's left to give me advice?
Well, his head. I'd be more used to you as a maester. More used to everyone now Maester Aemon's gone. Citadel has the world's greatest library. I'll learn about history, strategy, healing.
That's where Sam needs to be.
Gilly stays here, then she'll die. Baby that she named after me will die. And I'll end up dying too, trying to protect. Which means that the last thing I'll see in this world will be the look in her eyes when I fail. And I'd rather see 1,000 White Walkers than see that.
Oh, Sam. Sam is such a sweet soul. He's right about everything. Everything he said is 100% true.
You know at the Citadel they'll make you swear off women too.
Oh, they'll bloody try. What?
She's been beaten half to death. How did you?
Very carefully.
I know what he's asking. Sorry, I just caught it. He said, bloody hell, Sam.
To your return.
To my return.
I think this is a good move for a lot of people. I think this is the best move for Sam, for sure. And I think he is super useful as a maester. And he was obviously mentored by one of the absolute best. But now Jon's alone. Oh, Stannis, it just looks like this isn't gonna work out. I hate the Boltons, I want to call it banner symbol, their house symbol. I hate it. Oh, that's my boy Pod. I'm so ready to see. I was so happy to see Pod again.
Milady! Stannis Baratheon is coming. His whole army.
He has been so loyal to sitting there and watching for that flame to be lit. Oh no! Oh, I hate that.
From the castle wall. Hurry them along.
Because aren't you always worried you're going to miss something just like that? Like if you turn your back, you're going to miss it just then. And it just happened.
Send out a forest.
And I feel like we've been watching Stannis' movement for so long. I'm ready to see how it's going to work out. That's how large the other army is? Oh. Wow. Part of me was thinking it was going to be like the Red Woman with more people since they said she read off. Y'all. His demise was actually really hard to watch. I mean, he deserves it at this point, but it was really hard to watch him completely lose himself over multiple seasons. You know? He's not going down without a fight. No fighting back now. Just as long as, like, Ramsay doesn't find him.
Bolton has women fighting for him.
I don't fight for the Boltons. I'm Brienne of Tarth. I was Kingsguard to Renly Baratheon.
She just came for revenge. Just in case you didn't know.
You murdered him? Blood magic?
I did.
In the name of Renly of House Baratheon, I, Brienne of Tarth, sentence you to die.
I love that it's Brienne that gets to deliver this.
Do you have any last words?
Go on, do your duty.
Talk about a damned soul. Stannis Baratheon is a prime example.
Surrender! I surrender!
And I accept your surrender.
Like, Stannis knew he had no chance. He did it just probably because what all he gave up for the moment. Might as well see it through. I don't know. They stood no chance. Sansa's gotta get out of there. Ugh. Oh, it was crazy broad.
My lady, I've come to escort you back to your chamber.
Go with her, please.
She's twisted too. Like, she says everything's so sweet and smile like a little baby doll. With a sweet smile like a baby doll, and she's not.
I'm going to die. Let it happen while there's still some of me left.
Who said anything about dying? You can't die. Your father was Warden of the North. Though I suppose he doesn't need all of you. Shall we wait for him to come back? Or should we begin now? You're leaving it to me. Let's begin.
Oh, thank gosh, Theon. Oh! That was very fast.
He's coming back.
Like, that's what Ramsay and her were. Chucky and Chucky's Brad. What? You're crazy. They really think they can survive that fall? Because of the snow? Is it the snow that's supposed to soften the impact? I just remembered whose storyline this was. It took me a minute to realize that. How can she stand that? This.
You two, out.
It's Arya. This is one of the lives they said she was going to take. Both the eyes of him. Oh, jeez. This is like... There was so much rage in that. That was rage. Pure and utter rage.
You were the first person on my list, you know.
She was. He was.
I've gotten a few of the others. The many-faced god stole a few more from me. I'm glad he left me you. Do you know who I am?
Oh my gosh, Arya! Oh my gosh! Oh, Arya!
You know who I am. I'm Arya Stark.
You should have known. Y'all, we should have known because this baby didn't have a heart for her first killing.
You know who you are?
This is crazy.
No one. You're nothing.
Y'all made her this way. Y'all did this to her. Oh my goodness. Y'all made this baby this way and y'all are going to wreak. Like, you are absolutely going to get havoc because of it. And there was so much symbolism in that. The reason she was able to take those weapons is because she's been getting beat. And then she said, I know who I am. I'm Arya. Tell me that wasn't the most, like, most vengeful, rage-filled killing we've seen.
It's the wrong life.
Face.
I was right about her.
You were.
You're not ready. Not at all.
A girl stole from the many-faced god.
What? Okay.
Only death can pay for life.
No! Don't die!
He gave his life for what she did? Are you telling me that's what happened?
Why are you crying?
He was my friend.
Didn't you listen to him?
There was no one.
But if you're...
Just as a girl should have been before she took a face from the hole. Faces are for no one.
I'm so confused.
I can't see. What's happening?
Her eyes. I feel like Arya's storyline is like one of those dreams, like, where just crazy things keep happening and you can't make sense of none of it.
Forgive me, child. I wish you all the happiness in the world.
I feel like that's the kiss of death. Because I still don't trust her.
Maybe I'll come visit you sometime.
Maybe I'd come visit you.
Wait too long for a noble woman to marry back home.
You want a good girl, but you need the bad pussy.
This girl, y'all. Braun definitely fell for it.
Try not to lose it this time.
I'll never take it off again.
I know you didn't want to leave Dorne, but I'm glad you're coming home. Your mother's desperate to see you. You're lucky. Arranged marriages are rarely so.
Do you think Mother will like him?
Sure she will.
You really believe that?
Listen, there's something I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, you heard Dad?
Now that you've seen more of the world, you've learned how complicated things can be. People that you fall in love with Tristan.
Like Romeo and Juliet.
My point is, we don't choose whom we love. Beyond our control. I sound like an idiot.
Trying to say.
No, I'm afraid you don't.
I do.
These kids have known.
I think a part of me always knew. I'm glad that you were my father.
Oh, this little girl is sweet. It's a little girl, but she's grown up, hasn't she? She's sweet. She might be the sweetest Lannister. Her and the little lamb that's sitting on the throne. First one, they just... catastrophe. And sometimes, so often, you like Jaime and you love that he can be sensitive in certain situations and compassionate, and then you remember what he did to his sick sister next to a corpse. And you're like, ugh. Marcella! Oh.
Marcella? Marcella?
Y'all, it was legit the kiss of death. She kissed her. What did she have on her lips that affected Marcella that wouldn't affect her? She sent her off. The antidote. That's what she gave to Braun when they were in the jail cell. And she said she could give it to him if he said she was the most beautiful woman in the world. They did that. She got the antidote in time. There's no way they're going to get the antidote on the boat. Should have known. I told you I didn't trust that woman. What are we going to do about his dragon skull? That hasn't been brought up.
Of course, it's hopeless for the both of you. Neither one of you is fit consort for a queen. We always want the wrong woman.
Does he always talk so much?
Yeah.
Jura the Andar. He should not be here. Our queen ordered him exiled from city.
Krubo, muna mia valirio mila pungilisa.
It's so beautiful to hear all the different languages.
Sorry, I'm not there to fight for our queen.
None of that matters now.
Dragon headed north and find her, that's where we'll have to go.
Queen intends to remove your family from power.
Yeah, I trust him.
For years.
You betrayed her. She exiled you.
And now you're calling the shots?
And he's right. Jorah saved her life. Perhaps she feels differently about him now.
As long as he promises not to kill me in my sleep.
Why would we bring you?
Pardon me?
Have you...
He always has to prove himself and it bothers me.
Can you fight?
I have fought. I don't claim to be a great warrior. And drink. I've survived so far.
You would not help us on this expedition. You would help us here in Meereen. You want to prove your value to the Queen. Prove it.
Yes, I agree. This is...
Why would the Meereenese listen to him?
They wouldn't. They will listen to Grey Worm.
I'll find our queen.
You are not strong enough to go anywhere.
He is. He's the toughest man with no balls I ever met. People believe in you. They know you speak for the Queen. Queen trusts no one more than Miss Sansa, certainly not me. Queen's closest confidant, commander of the Unsullied, and a foreign dwarf with a scarred face.
The scarred face.
Meereen is ancient and glorious. Try not to ruin her.
Okay, but I feel like the city is actually in good hands.
And some good horses. We have so much to talk about.
And then these two have to spend time together. Yikes. That was awkward. The three of them just looking at each other. Why is that funny?
Hello, old friend. I thought we were so happy together until you abandoned.
There he is. It's been a minute.
They tell me you've already found favor with the Mother of Dragons.
She didn't execute me. Now the heroes are off to find her, trying to placate a city on the brink of civil war. Only I knew someone with a vast network of spies.
If only.
If only.
I did miss you.
Oh, I know.
But this thing has been living here for a minute. Look at all the bone. It looks like it doesn't feel good.
Does it hurt?
We have to go home, Driven. Can you take me back to Meereen?
How far did you go?
She could have been carried so far. I mean, it's a dragon.
My people need me.
Oh, look at the wounds in its back. And he said he's taking a nap.
Well, there's no food. At the very least, you could hunt us some supper.
Where in the world could he have carried her to? Oh no, who is this gonna be? She had to leave. She dropped evidence that she was there. Maybe so she could leave a trail. Is this the dolphin again? Who is this? Oh no. They give us high highs for her and low lows. Goodness.
Confess. Confess.
I have sinned.
She's confessing. They broke her.
I want to be clean again. I want absolution. Crone came to me with her lamp raised high, and by its holy light.
You wish to make a confession. Grace will be dealt with according to her sins.
You gave lunatics power. That's your problem.
I lay with a man outside the bonds of marriage.
Name him.
Council Lannister.
Your cousin.
I was lonely and afraid. May the gods forgive me.
Other men?
No.
Speaking falsehoods before the gods is a great crime.
Oh no.
There are those that say your children were not fathered by King Robert.
There's not one shred of truth to it. I deny it.
But these are terrible charges, and the realm must know the truth. Your trial will prove your innocence.
I have confessed.
Others you have denied.
I bow to the wisdom of your high holiness. I might beg one drop of the mother's mercy.
My drop of the mother's mercy, the title of the episode.
I haven't seen my son. I need to see him, please.
In light of this, I will permit you to return to the Red Keep.
I can't believe how much power he has. I can't believe she did this.
Thank you.
Mother is merciful. It is her you should thank.
Am I free to go?
after your atonement.
My atonement?
What is her atonement? What are you guys... Or like, I shouldn't have this big reaction over hair because like we've literally seen Ramsay's remove body parts, but her hair, her stunningly beautiful hair that you know means a lot to her, it's so symbolic and crazy to see it be cut off. In front of everyone.
A sinner comes before you. Cersei of House Lannister. She has committed the act of falsehood and fornication. She has confessed. To demonstrate her repentance, she comes before you with a solemn heart, shorn of secrets, naked before the eyes of gods and men.
This used to be the queen. She's gotta do it naked.
Shame.
Oh, so bad.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh my gosh, this is so... I can't imagine.
Shame.
It's crazy. I read comments, people like feel bad for Cersei, like admire her for being such a fantastic mother.
Shame.
I still think she's incredibly selfish and trifling and has done a lot of bad things to people. She has orchestrated a lot of bad things. But do I want to see this? No. There's still some compassion there for some reason.
Shame.
Yikes. You know, she don't give a dang about nobody too, but for some reason you're like, ugh, watching somebody be shamed like this. Wow, and you know they hate her. Also, shout out to the actress. Shout out to the actress for her acting in this part, even though she's not saying a word. Because there's so much disrespect. I know, part of it makes me think of the movie Carrie. The shame. Oh. The fact that they're going all in on this scene in the length, it's like a testament to how much Cersei has done to everybody for them to want to drive this point home so boldly. And we've seen them make somebody else do their atonement earlier in the season. Acting I hear is so compelling. Can you imagine having to film this scene in the nude?
It's good to have you back. We'll take you inside. I need to have a look at those feet. May I have the honor of presenting the newest member of the King's Guard?
Y'all know who this is? No, he Frankenstein this man.
If it please your grace, he has taken a holy vow of silence. And the evil has been driven from the realm.
They've created a monster. She knows it. Look at that revenge in her eyes. Why were we just feeling sorry for her? She instantly switched to evil. You could tell by her face when she realized what monster she had carrying her.
Wildlings will never fight for Stannis.
They ought to fight for the damn place.
It's not their fight.
Why is she here? I want her far away from Jon.
Stannis. Shireen. The princess.
It's a good thing he wasn't there. He wouldn't have been able to stop it and that would have killed him. The lengths they went to just fail miserably. I feel like Jon Snow starts to look more and more like Robb. Like you start to feel like you can definitely see that they share genetics. Obviously they didn't, but casting wise it looks like it.
Lord Commander, it's one of the wildlings you brought back. Says he knows your Uncle Benjen. Says he's still alive.
Benjen?
Are you sure he's talking about Benjen?
Said he was first ranger. Said he knows where to find him.
Wow, Benjen is... We lost him, was it first season?
Could be lying. Could be. There are ways to find out. For the watch. For the watch.
Watch.
What?
For the Watch.
You're kidding me. You son of... And the little boy was part of it. This is all because of the wildlings. No, don't stab him. Are you Oh my gosh. Fine. Really?
For the Watch.
This is not fair. That's just not fair. It's not a fair ending for Jon Snow. Nobody gets a fair ending, but like Jon Snow freaking deserved a fair ending. How? Because he didn't even get a fair star. He never freaking got a fair shake. And he always was honorable. And he did everything for the Night's Watch. Like, I hate them so much. Like, I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Like, we really, like, had to end it that way. I didn't see that coming, like, at all. We didn't have to end this season this way. Because you guys know how much I've loved... You guys know how much I've loved Jon Snow from the beginning. And to especially, like, not even see it coming. Like, I get, like, the Red Wedding. We didn't see it coming with Robb. But, like, I really... Like, Robb was in the mix of a lot of... And I get Jon Snow was in the mix of, like, some decision-making that people weren't too pleased with. But, like, Robb's, it was, like he was on the path to war. But for them to kill him just because they weren't okay with his decisions and because of the wildlings, like what do we do with Jon Snow? Without his storyline, how are we going to keep up with that? What's happening at the Night's Watch? And he was the only one who had the clear picture of what was going to happen with the White Walkers. He was so level-headed. He was perfect. He was perfect. I'm so displeased. I'm so displeased and disheartened. And it's like, we love this series so much, but then you sit here sometimes and you're so mad. Like, I'm so mad and I don't understand why. Like, I get it, life is unfair, but I don't understand why. Let us have something. And if it was anything that you're gonna let us have, it should have been Jon Snow. I just feel like they don't care about us. I feel like I'm grieving right here in front of you guys. The highlight, the peak of the season, and it's not even a highlight, but I would say like a peak intensity, peak emotion, like top tier episode was Hard Home. And I guess I expected more of the White Walkers to come into play because of like that episode. I expected that to be what the peak of this episode was, not Jon Snow. So they give us so much of the White Walkers in one episode. And since it still hasn't came into complete play, I'm very terrified for what the rest of the season's hold, like with that part of the storyline. I'm terrified with what's gonna happen to Cersei because y'all just gave her a monster at her disposal, and y'all just humiliated her in front of the entire kingdom. And that is a woman who is fueled by vengeance already. That's trouble. Dany, like, do you see what I'm saying? They didn't leave us with any highs. This whole episode was like a buzzkill. I'm gonna say it. I'm sad. There was not very many good feels in this episode. I'm gonna need them to come in with something the first 2 episodes of the next season, you guys. Because I'm so distraught right now. Yeah, I'm distraught. I guess you could say, like, it's a good season because the feels that they made you feel, but right now it's just a low. I'll see you guys in the next season, yeah? Thank you for being here. I'm gonna go and try to compose myself before I get on camera again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell. And if you want the full length watch along, the link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's go out in this beautiful world. Let's spread some light, let's spread some love, and if we can, let's make somebody smile. Bye, you guys.